Hey, and welcome to the 21st episode of the Purple, Yellow, Red and Blue podcast, a Portugal the Man podcast. So I'm joined by a guest to talk about what's going on with Portugal the Man, new releases, updates, that sort of thing, maybe some live shows, catching up with the guest, chatting with their love for the band, experiences, and how they discovered PTM. You can find this podcast, the PYRB podcast, up on YouTube, Spotify and Apple. Thank you to Liam for doing podcast artwork and helping me out generally. Yeah, my name is Mark and my guest joining me today is...
So, hi, I'm Marie. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And you can find me on the Discord by Practical Heart, and it's practically the same on the Reddit too. So, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi Mark. Thank you. Hello. How are you doing, Marie, on this Saturday afternoon, evening from Montreal? Very nice. Big city.
Pretty good today. It's sunny outside. The weather is not too bad, and a little windy, but not as cold as it used to last week. So pretty good.
Sounds brilliant. We had a bit of sun over here as well in England as well. It was almost warm for a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't happen often, but we're now in March, so springtime. It's very nice, very quiet.
Yeah.
How's your day been? Been good so far?
I'm doing a little bit of cleaning and laundry day and
yes, the laundry day. Yep.
Yeah, the laundry day. So yeah, I'm pretty good.
Sounds good. So I contacted you a little while ago because I saw you were doing some live shows and stuff, and I actually learned that I knew beforehand that you were from French Canada, Montreal, so English isn't your first language, is it? French is your first language, or French Canadian. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct. I'm French. Bonjour tout le monde. I'm not sure if there's anybody else in the Discord that is a French Canadian.
I don't know about in the Discord, but I know a couple of other Canadians they speak French as well. So who are Portugal the Man fans as well. I haven't talked to them in a little while because they're off doing their own thing as French Canadians do. But I can send you their links afterwards. Yeah. No worries.
Oh, great!
I completely forgot about them. Yeah, they're a little bit younger. Yeah.
Yeah,
but
sure.
Yeah, they're good. They're good fans. Yes.
As we all are, right?
Yes, absolutely. So if there might be a few extra. Marie might ask me a few extra times. What did you mean by that or something? Because English people speak in riddles, so it might be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
It's this. I think we'll be all right. You speak very good English, much better than my French, as we learned before we started recording. Everyone, I tried to do a little bit of French, and Marie just said, "What are you doing? I don't understand." She sounded worried. So,
I mean, I'm trying my best in English, but as you can hear, I have an accent, but I think it's not too bad. Maybe I'm getting better from all my trip and my getting some friends, American friends. Yeah.
Yeah, your English is very good. You should give yourself credit. I understand every word.
Thank you so much.
That's fine.
Thank you so much.
It'd be much harder me trying to do French. So thank you for working with me. We'll say.
Yeah, sure.
I just wanted to kick things off talking Portugal the Man because you're a fan. How did you discover the band? What is your origin story, if you will?
Okay, so I think I already told you this, but I'm a pretty, new fan to the band. I was starting learning their songs and who they were in 2023, so about a year or so now. So yeah, pretty new fan actually, and I discovered them by a friend who show me their music and talk to me about them. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen to this band. This is good. I'm gonna check them out. And the week after that, I was listening to their songs, and I was like, whoa, who is this man that I never like heard about, and like this is really good. Why do I don't know them yet? So this is how it like started for me. So yeah, this is how I discovered them first by a friend.
Okay, no, that's a cool story. 2023. So you are a very new fan, probably one of the newer ones
Yeah.
I've had on here. Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. We always love having new people. I'm sure the band does as well.
Yeah, I think when I started to discover them, Chris Black changed my life. Just get out not too far from where I discovered them.
So that
Like,
was
it's
your you heard Chris Black and you were like, oh, okay, that was your first album with them.
Yeah, well, when I started like listening to the music, I didn't like heard the full album yet. I was just listening to a couple of songs here and there from a lot of albums. So it took me a while for me to just put Chris Black changed my life and listen it to top to finish. But yeah, I really like them actually because I went to their show like three times in 6 months. So
Oh wow, excellent. I mean, we'll talk about live shows a little bit later, but that's cool. Three times in 6 months. You've been more than I have, so you're more of a fan than me, and I've been a fan for quite a while now. So that's good. Yeah, I don't think I've talked to anyone who's like a Chris Black is their first album release that they've been with like a fan of the band. I've talked to a few people like Jackson Perryman. He's not too regular in the Discord, but he comes along. He's I call them Feel It Still fans, who came along from that song. So there's a bunch of people from that era, and then there's a bunch of people before that in the Evil Friends, In the Mountain in the Cloud era, which is where I started in about 2011, 2012. Yeah. That's how long I've been listening and involved a little bit. So. And then Reddit and Discord about 5-6 years ago. Before that, I like the music. Very nice.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I'm pretty new. No, yeah, it's okay. I'm pretty new to the Discord actually. So I think I went on the Discord like in September, just before the San Francisco show, I guess.
Excellent. Yeah. We're it's good. It's a nice community, isn't it? Everyone's very nice and pleasant.
Yeah. I mean, good friends that I even didn't like, how do you say it in English? Like, meet yet. We're just chatting online. I didn't know them really, like, but so far so good. People are just really nice and kind. And yeah, it's a nice community.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah, not met in person. Yeah,
exactly.
I get where you're coming from. Yes. I understand. Yeah, on Discord. Yeah, everyone's really nice as well. Plus, it's not like everyone comes from somewhere different as well. In America and Canada, and there's a couple of not from Americas like myself in there. Might just be me. But yeah, it's nice. Everyone's got a different background, and
I think that's so cool actually. That we can just like chatting about everything and music and just making new connections.
Yeah, we are the hardcore fans on the Discord. Yeah. We are like the hardcore, like people like an Amy or a Steve who you know quite well do go to a lot of shows and they know everything and they talk to the band. So they have those. They're ahead of me still. So I think you're ahead of me. Three shows. You're more of a fan than I am. I've never seen them live, unfortunately. If you didn't know,
you didn't see them live.
Last time they were over here was before Corona, COVID-19.
Oh,
and I was in between jobs, so like fired or unemployed. Not a long time, for a little bit. So I couldn't really. I had to be adult, and it was for.
That is so boring.
It was for 5 weeks as well. So
but
I had to be an adult and go. I can't do this right now. I need to find another job. It's more important.
Yeah. Gotcha.
I've grown a lot, I suppose, like confidence. So I probably wouldn't have been able to do it that year. So, but now comfortably. Maybe not on stage.
Well,
I don't know.
well,
I don't know. No,
I
John,
hope
no.
you're going to be able to. Well, I hope you're going to be able to see them soon enough.
Oh, hopefully one day. I can wait. I'm patient. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Really looking forward to it, but there's no rush.
Yeah.
But so, yeah. So you've seen him a few times live as well, and you've been a fan for a year, 2 years. Well, that's pretty cool. Awesome. Good to know that. I want to ask some more general Portugal the Man questions. So, very very tough. Your favourite song?
That is it.
All favourites.
Yeah, I'm not sure I can do like one favorite songs. I think the best I can do is like a top 5, I guess.
I'd love to hear your top 5.
Good. Yeah, they're all so good. I mean, they're all like different in a way, and it's just so hard. But I think if I had to choose one, it's probably Senseless.
Oh,
I think Senseless is one.
From
In the Mountain in the Cloud.
Oh, from In the Mountain in the Cloud. Senseless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Cool.
I think it's my first choice. But yeah, I love a bunch of songs on the Evil Friends album too. Creeping a Tea Life is really good, I have to say. And I discovered also that sometimes, like, you like a song on an album, and when you hear it live, it's just, wow, I didn't know this song was so good live.
Bands who are better at playing stuff live than the album version, that is a good band qualifier. They are a good band if they're better live than just on streaming or whatever. That's it's cool to know. In Senseless, Creeping a T-shirt. Okay, pretty cool. I like them.
What else? Because I have a top 5 going on, or like the cool songs. Noise Pollution is in there too, for sure.
I'd clap, but it would ruin the mic. Wow, I love it. Love Noise Pollution.
Is it in your favorite too?
It might be one. It might. I'll hear your top 5, and then I'll do my top 5.
Okay.
We'll do that, but okay.
Okay. So I have 3 now, right? So I have to choose 2. It's so hard. It's like I love all of their songs. Probably What Me Worries in there too.
Okay, like it a lot. Okay, very nice.
And if I have one more to choose, probably this is so hard. Probably Plastic Island.
I also like Plastic. I like Plastic Island a lot as well. Wow, a lot of overlap. Very nice.
But I could like keep going and doing top 10 because I like so much of their songs. But yeah, it's so hard to choose really.
Yeah, I would have to check my playlist to see what order those ones come up, because that's how I'd know. Because I'll put that in first, second, third, fourth, in whatever order. So if you bear with me 1 second, I'll quickly check. Right, my top 5, quite recently that I've changed it around. I don't know. So, in any order, or you want 1 to 5? What would you like? What would you like?
Whatever you want. I'm not that difficult.
Number 1 is, like the show, Purple, Yellow, Red and Blue. It's just long-standing. I like that song just so much. It sounds so much better live as well. There's something about the way there's a story to tell in Evil Friends, and that is kind of the finale moment, like the light at the end of the tunnel moment that just kind of clicks, and it's groovy, it's fun. But it's also kind of quirky and I don't know. I don't fully know, but that's my best answer about it. I love the beat, and it's so memorable, and it's close enough where I can recommend it to fans of who aren't really fans. This is a good song.
Like pretty new fans, but actually, Purple, Yellow, Red, and Blue wasn't in my favorite songs when I first started discovered them, and when I heard them playing it live, everything changed.
I told you.
Yeah, it was better than the album, and now it's.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good song too.
Yes, it's very nice. So yeah, Purple, Yellow, Red, and Blue. Noise Pollution as well makes the top 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like Noise Pollution a lot.
Yeah.
The music video is brilliant. It's so funny. John riding in the car, push-ups in the lake. Yeah. I also like more psychedelic stuff, so that's a place I like it to go. So I was kind of hoping for more of that direction, and I'm really happy with Noise Pollution. When it came out in 26. Oh, sorry.
And there's some French in there too.
Yeah, there is French. Oh yes. Yeah, Mary Elizabeth Winstead as well, who 10 Cloverfield Lane and a bunch of other films. She's she's great actually. I like her a lot. Yeah, cool that she's on the song as well. And Zoe's in it in a big way. We don't hear from Zoe much, so that's always good. As a Brit, I have to back my fellow English people, so there you go. Another one. What else have we got? Evil Friends from Evil Friends. Yes,
Evil Friends. Yeah.
Probably. I don't know if you have a gym playlist or anything, but this would be on. I don't go to the gym. I'm lazy. So, but if I did, this would be my get excited, get going, get moving, kind of pumped up, kind of put this on loud.
Yeah.
I love the energy. I love the feel of it. Great music video. I love snow in music videos as well.
Yeah, I remember putting this song at the gym for sure, running and listening to this song. It's a great song.
It works well, doesn't it? Yeah. It pumps you up.
And I remember showing this song to some of my friends that don't know Portugal the Man. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna show you this one. And so far so good. They liked it.
Glad you liked it as well. So Evil. What is that?
So now you're what?
Yeah, that's 3. Oh, God,
yeah, tough. 3. Yeah. You have 2 more.
Yeah. I'm reading off it. It is. Yeah. I'll say Plastic Island because it's new.
Yeah.
And I wanted to give a little bit of love to that, but.
Yeah.
I
think the bass in that song is just so good. And John's voice too. I mean, John's voice is so good, but I don't know. In this one, it's just there's something in there,
His voice is a little bit altered, isn't it? He goes. I'm trying to think now off the top of my head. He goes a little bit lower, a little bit softer with the pronunciation.
Yeah, do you know the story behind that, or?
This is the jaw issue, isn't it? Where his.
Yeah. I think it is why
the jaw injury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So he had to sing in a slightly different way to not hurt, essentially. But I think it works really cool. It kind of it feels like a song that was written in England. It kind of has a bit of Britpop to it, just a little bit. It kind of has that kind of melancholy feel, which I like, obviously, because I'm English. It's nice. It's a nice. And
I think. Go for it. What's your last one?
Oh, and then the last one, it's probably Sleep Forever. It probably is.
Oh yeah, okay.
That one hits hard. Yeah. That's an emotional one.
I think it's. I think it's a common song in a lot of top 5 or top 10 for fans. Sleep Forever.
Yes. I think my top 5 probably changes often in my head, depending on, like, maybe like a chuck in a Holy Roller, Hallelujah, which isn't everyone's cup of tea. Some stuff from Church Mouth is always good fun. American Ghetto, slightly underrated, quite like it, not too bad. And then stuff
What's
like...
your favorite?
Oh, sorry?
What's your favorite song in American Ghetto?
Wow.
I'm just out of curiosity.
It might be Push's Party, or When the War Ends is quite nice. I like the bridge that kind of fades out right at the end of the song.
Okay, yeah.
I like that where it kind of trails off, and because a lot of their songs, their ending songs are very, very good. They're very ballad, emotional, hard hitting, and that one's a little bit more upbeat. A little bit more happy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So yes, my top 5. Yeah, so a little bit of crossover. There's not a lot of songs I don't like from them, and we don't have to talk about that. We just keep it positive. So
like I have a couple of songs like maybe I like a little less, but there's no song that I don't like.
Well, there might be 1 or 2 that I don't like, but I just skip them.
Oh yeah.
I focus on the ones I do like. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I mention it, and people were like, "You're not allowed to not like that one." So, it just can't like everything. They have. I was with Steve. I had Steve on previously, and he made like a list of all their songs that they've ever done. I can't exactly remember how many he said there were, but it was like 150, 160. This is bad. I should have remembered.
Yeah, it's a bit. I listened to that podcast, and I know Steve. Obviously, I did some show with him. We went to San Francisco and the show in Madison, Wisconsin for Joy's song. So, pretty funny guy.
Yeah, it was very nice when I talked to him as well for the hour and a half, 2 hours, whatever it was.
Yeah,
it was quite nice actually. Yes, I like his name as well. Steve, V for Vendetta. Oh, I meant like the V for Vendetta, like the film reference.
Oh yeah.
I didn't get that at first, but I was like, dumb coconut.
Yeah, I think I get that like the first time I saw his username.
The amount of people that don't get my username is bad. It's just bad. I mean, you get it. You read it and you go, okay.
Yeah.
But so many people don't. They're like, huh?
For real? Oh yeah, for real? That's funny.
They think I'm Portuguese every time. Like a lot of people
funny.
who aren't English, they just don't. Who I don't know, or it's referencing some. Yeah, they're like, huh?
Huh?
I don't know. I'm not changing it. It works. I have it on every platform, every social media. So I don't want to.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to.
You should keep it. Yeah, keep it.
Yes. We talked a little bit about your favourite song. What about favourite album? We'll do this a little quicker. I think. Have you got a favourite or favourites?
I mean, probably Evil Friends isn't there. But it's so hard for me to just choose one. I don't think I'm able to like fully tell you this is my favorite album.
It is tough.
There's so much songs that I like. They're on different albums. So maybe if I do like Steve, a list of a compilation, maybe I will have a album that is coming out of it more than another one. But yeah, if I have to choose Pro Evil Friends, I have to go with this one for that.
I'm in the same camp as you, so don't worry. A lot of people say Evil Friends or In the Mountain and the Cloud as kind of their favourites.
Yeah,
I think Chris
In the Mountain and the Cloud too. I think it's my second second choice.
Excellent. Good picks. Good picks. Yeah.
There's a good couple of songs on that album too. I also like So American on that album. And
even though you're
So
Canadian.
American, yeah, yeah, true. That's funny. I didn't think of that. But yeah, I think So American is one of the first songs I tried to play at guitar.
I didn't know you played.
To learn.
I didn't know you played instruments. Oh, very nice. What do you play?
This last year I was starting to learn guitar. Actually, April last year, like from scratch. I never played an instrument before, but
awesome.
I always wanted to. So I don't know. I guess Portugal the Man was the first band that made me like want to learn it because I want to learn their songs.
And, that's a good reason.
Yeah, and so it's been almost a year since I started to learn and trying to play, and it's not that bad. I'm gonna say that it's not that bad for now.
Oh no, that's cool. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. I used to play piano, like keyboard. I've learned a couple of times. I learned as a kid, and then for school, and then as an adult. I took a bit of time off after I learned I learned twice. So I learned as a kid. I got the basics, but I wasn't amazing. Not as good as Kyle, nowhere near. And then I learned again about 5 years ago, or started to learn again, but it's tough.
I know.
As an adult, you need the time and the focus and the dedication, and I couldn't give the full attention to it, so
yeah.
I was like,
you need to practice.
Yeah,
even for guitar, you need to practice like a lot. So I can imagine piano. I think is one of the. I am not an expert, but I think it's one of the hardest instruments because your left hand's doing something, your right hand's doing another thing. I don't know. It's just part of the brains that need to focus on that.
Yes, plus you're reading music as well, which is a little complicated as well. Yeah, it's tough. I didn't quite get Frere Jacques, but I wish I could. I could probably play something like that, or some very old music.
Have you ever tried to play some Portugal the Man songs just for fun?
So one of my teachers, or the last teacher I had, he's like a professional musician. He tours like around the world as well. Like he's very good. But he only has one. Cool. He has one hand as well.
Oh, I think you already talked about that in another podcast because it's ringing a bell. But it's interesting, this story.
Yeah, so I when I was looking for tutors, he was just a well-reviewed one. I didn't even know that he had one hand. And when I went round to his house and he had one hand, I thought, what? And then he started playing, and I was like, oh, Matt, you're going to make me look so bad. He was so good as well. He's pretty incredible, to be honest. I worked near a guy who was touring in other countries. He's also done a couple of TED Talks as well, which is pretty cool. I'll send you his name over. Like, if all that information as well, you should be able to Google him. People listening at home and go, oh, it's that person. But
yeah, I'll look it up for sure.
Yeah. So he taught.
Maybe you can.
Sorry?
Maybe you can send your footage from you playing piano. Maybe we can do a collab sometimes and play guitar and you play piano.
I am so rusty. I'd be so bad. I'm so slow and rusty. I'll play. What's a slow piano song? Portugal the Man. I could do that one. Where it's
You should try maybe Sleep Forever.
Oh yeah, that's. Kyle has multiple keyboards. I can't even do one. So that's very nice of you to say. I'm not that good. I'm not quite retired. I just I enjoyed. I think when I had more focus for it. Anyway,
Yeah, sure.
tangent over. So, Evil Friends, In the Mountain, the Cloud, cool. I'm a big Evil Friends
Yeah.
fan as well. I also quite like Churchmouth. There is something about it where all of the tracks are very. You have to be in a mood for Churchmouth, and a lot of people are like, "Yeah, I'm not really that indifferent to Churchmouth," and that's fine. It's 20 years old almost.
I think Shade is so good on Churchmouth. I think it's one of my favorites on the album.
Yeah, there's that beginning 4 or 5 tracks, the Sugar Cinnamon, right down to Shade and Dawn, and maybe Oh Lord. I don't know. I just think John really cooked. John really cooked with it. Yeah, it's a slightly different style to what we have now, and obviously you can sort of see the styles change. It's a bit closer to Waiter. Yeah, I like it. It's a bit better than Waiter overall.
Well, that's the thing, that it's so fun. Like, you start to discover a band and you see them evolve and like changing in time. That's so interesting too. When you listen like the older album and you go up and now you're listening to their most recent album, it's like you see the band evolve and the music around that, and I think it's pretty interesting and pretty cool to acknowledge that, you know.
Absolutely. Like I started with Got It All on In the Mountain and the Cloud. That was the first song I knew that was theirs, obviously, and that's my gateway in. So for you, it being Chris Black or a What Me Worry song or something like that, that's my alternative, and it came in there, and everyone's got their own one. So that's pretty cool. They have a lot more good than bad, so that's probably why I'm still hearing. You know, I don't know. I want to talk about live shows now, Marie, because you mentioned you've been to a couple of them recently, and I'll pivot actually first. I've got a fun question for you. Tell us about Wisconsin.
Yeah, well, this is the last show. Oh, the tattoo, yeah. Well, Wisconsin was in January. It was Joey's song concert that is for epilepsy, raising money for epilepsy. And I traveled there for that. People still think around here that I'm crazy to just go to a lot of show and just keep doing it, but
you're having fun.
It was
What's wrong with that?
Oh yeah, I'm having, and this show was the first show at the inside venue, because all of the other that I did was outside. So it was my first indoor show too.
Oh, nice. John likes the indoor venues more than the outdoor. I remember him saying that. I think he does. Yeah, it's better for sound and where it goes in the room. What do you prefer?
And they play Evil Friends top to finish for that show, because the main reason was because I think Evil Friends was the first album they right after Francis was born. So they decided to play it like top to finish. And what's so good, we were right in the front. Can be closer than that.
You could be on stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that might be too close. That might be too much for them.
Oh man, was so good.
But yeah,
it's like the show was so good, but it was a full experience of it too, like to travel someplace new, to see the band that you like, and I don't know, the excitement that come with it. And and I met Amy for the first time there too. Was in the Discord. It was a nice show.
Oh, excellent! Do you travel on your own then down from Montreal, or did you go with someone, a group of people, or?
No, well, when I started to, when I how can I say it? Okay, my first show was Red Rock, actually, in July. And when I
Nice.
decide to go there, I decide to go on my own. And I don't know, I was in this mindset like, I want to do fun things. I want to do experience fun things. I want to connect with other new people. And I never like travel a lot in my life too. So I thought it was a great opportunity to like traveling, see great music, and it was Red Rock too. So why
It's a
not?
lovely venue. Yeah, no, I get where you're coming from with that. It's a really nice, lovely outside venue. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get that as well completely. I've started to do a little bit more traveling as well on my own as well, and plus most of the shows I go to, I'm on my own as well.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just,
I wasn't. Yeah, it's
easier.
I remember. Well, I was. I remember I was a little bit like not scared per se, but like you go in another
Nervous,
country
nervous,
alone, like
little
yeah,
shaky.
nervous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
that's
Yeah,
normal.
yeah, yeah. But if you're always like scared and nervous about anything, you decide not going. Like you're not gonna do anything in your life, I guess. So I just like pass that and say, okay, I'm doing this. I'm going. Like yeah, there's no chance I'm gonna miss that. Cause
No.
and yeah,
Brilliant.
and I think this was the start of like I need to go to live show even more and traveling and all that stuff.
Sounds brilliant that you're
Mm.
going out your shell, going down, flying or
Yeah,
training or driving
yeah,
or whatever,
yeah,
and going down there. Awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
So Red Rock, Red
Red Rocks, Wisconsin. Where was the other venue?
Red Rock, and I did Dylan, which was the next day of Red Rock. So I did two shows actually. I did Red Rock and Dylan, and after I did San Francisco in September, and yeah, Wisconsin in January. So 4 shows
Very
actually.
nice.
Like I
Oh,
traveled 3 times, but I saw 4 shows. Yeah.
very nice. Efficient. Well done.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Out the three, what was your favourite? Or four?
Oh, the 4. Yeah. I think it's Dylan. The vibe was so good. People were like dancing and jamming and jumping, but again, it was just out of how can I say it? Like people were careful about other people too. It was we're jumping, we're dancing, but everyone was cool. The vibe was nice, music, great show. The band put on a great show too. Uh, oh yeah, it was. I think Dylan was my favorite one, just for the general vibing of it.
Oh, okay. Pretty cool. When you say Dylan, sorry, this is maybe me being ignorant for a second. Is that was near the San Francisco one, right?
No, it's Colorado.
Colorado, right? Sorry. So I was trying to work out what you was. Right, I'm with you now. I know what you mean now.
Okay.
Yes, sorry. I
Okay.
just thought I just had to check that. Awesome. So I want to ask about the Wisconsin tattoo again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bring it back. I'm
Oh
gonna bring it
yeah,
back up.
sorry.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Sorry.
No,
I
you're
went
all good.
off.
Oh, we love a tangent on here. Don't worry. All yours.
Oh, great. Tattoo, yeah. So I don't know. I think the idea of a tattoo was the Steve idea, I guess, at first, because I met him in Red Rock actually for the first time. He was there too. We start talking and all, and we keep like chatting from time to time. And I don't know when I knew the San Francisco show was coming. I asked him if he was going. He said yes. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go too. We're gonna meet. So we met again in San Francisco, and I know the idea of a tattoo just at some point was on the how do you say it like involve, I guess.
Yeah. No,
You
okay.
have like a lot of PTM tattoo. Well, 2 PTM tattoo, I guess now. No, 3 with this one. Um, and I have myself a lot of tattoo too, but so I'm like, yeah, sure, another one, why not? And it's like out of full experience and out of a band that I really like. So Yeah, we went to a tattoo shop in Wisconsin, and we asked for Evil Friends tattoo. And
Very nice.
yeah, yeah. I think I did a little bit of research what I really wanted, and I showed him what I was thinking of. So, oh yeah, that's a great one. So we did it. So now we are twins tattoo buddy. I don't know.
No, yeah, twins, but yeah, that makes
Yeah,
sense to me. Yeah, very nice,
yeah,
very nice. No regrets.
yeah. No regret. No, never.
Awesome. So you got that on the whim, just yeah, let's go do it.
I think I post a photo of the tattoo on the Reddit. So if you're
Oh,
curious.
right. I don't go on the Reddit as much. I have to be honest.
Oh yeah.
The Discord,
Uh,
it's just message a bit all day long. You always get lost in it. With the Reddit, it's a bit more calm. So I check maybe every week or two. I'm not like every
yeah.
day scrolling because it's more big
I'll
posts
send you a
about like
picture
events or
after
something.
the
Thank you.
podcast. I'll
Yeah,
send you a picture.
very nice.
Yeah. And we get to show the tattoo to John actually after the show.
Well,
Because we met him. Yeah,
very nice. Yeah, tell us about that. Then you've got a couple of pictures with him. Actually, your Discord pictures. You and Steve
yeah.
with John and Zoe. So, how did you catch them after the show, or?
Well, we met, and I'm not sure how much I can say about it, but we end up being in the same hotel as the band. So
Steve mentioned that as well, so it's fine. We're just
okay. I wasn't sure.
No, you're fine. Don't worry. Honestly,
I'm not gonna say which hotel it was, but we end up being in the same hotel as the band, and we just the first day we were there, we just bumped into Zoe and John. We're like, oh, we're fans. We're going to the show tomorrow. So that the picture you see on Discord, it was the first day at Wisconsin in the hotel. Yeah.
What does John smell like?
Confidence. I don't.
Really? Okay. Oh, fair enough. I like that. No.
No, I mean, they were very, very nice. Like super friendly people. Actually, they took the time to speak with us and chat, and yeah, I couldn't imagine better experience actually.
Oh, nice. Yeah. They don't come across as very like mean at all or anything. No, they seem very, very nice. I've talked to John online for about 20-30 minutes, like on a chat, on a call, like we are now.
What?
It's on the on the
Nice.
channel. It's on the channel. I'll afterwards I'll show you. We had a Discord Q&A or like a forum thing, and Chris, who's the like.
When was that?
Oh, before Chris Black came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit before that. I actually he shouldn't have probably said anything, but I asked him, "Can we have the name of the new album?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure. It's Chris Black, changed my life." So I am actually.
Oh, wow,
I'm the first person outside of the band in the world who ever asked, like, who officially knows or asked him or whatever. So that's pretty cool. I think they'd mentioned it beforehand, as like they teased it or it was an idea, but I've got a few other little nuggets as well. I'd I'd love to have him on or talk to him at some point, but he's very busy, so he's a dad and he's running the band essentially and
sure
touring, so
I think it's pretty cool that he's just like jumping on Discord sometime and just saying like chatting with us a little bit, and after he disappear and sometimes he's come back. So I think it's cool that he just takes the time to do it sometimes.
I think he's always like lurking or checking occasionally anyway, but he will occasionally pop up and answer questions. I'll do a community question on the Reddit every once in a while, and he'll pop up with an answer as well sometimes, which is pretty cool. Eric as well, he's done a couple of answers as well, which is pretty cool. I think I asked like where's the weirdest. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, sorry, I don't want to cut you off. It's just that I had the chance to meet Eric too, and he's a very nice person too. They're all nice, but the show in Wisconsin and all the experience, meet them and all, it was something that I'm gonna keep at heart for a long time. You know.
Oh, that's really sweet. Like, it's just nice to hear, isn't it? Like, you've travelled all that way. They probably were like, "Whoa, you've travelled this far!" Like, they were like, they must have been pretty impressed as well. Like, and far.
Well, I don't know if they were impressed, but they knew I wasn't from there, or because of my accent, for sure. Like, I remember I was speaking a little bit to John, and he was just making me repeat what I was saying, probably because like my accent. I don't know, but it was.
He did that very with nice. Me as well. Don't worry, he did that with me as well. I said a few too many fish and chips, up and apples and pears and all this. He didn't understand. Yeah. So. He's married to an English woman. Anyway.
Yeah, true. That's true. Well, but yeah, it was nice. So I remember, I talked to John, Rick, and a little bit of other crew members that was there too. Everyone's was really, really, really sweet. So
awesome, very, very nice. And that's your favourite moment then, is meeting them after the
sure.
The day before and the show.
And was it like expect or anything, like how can we just know that we're gonna end up at the same hotel and live this? So I blame, like, there's a little bit of, I guess, chance on that, but maybe you have to create your own chance. Like, if I didn't go, I never like had a chance to meet them or live all this beautiful experience. So sometimes you just have to, I guess, put yourself out there.
A lucky bonus as well. There you go. You got to meet them as well. I would have been very nervous, sweating. So.
I was trying to keep my cool.
I was really nervous talking.
Not act too like weird or something. I think we did a great job.
I think because they're in that position, they deal with that all the time as well. Like, I'm a big fan of, I can barely talk as well. Very scary.
What? Yeah. Are you trying to do like
I've always
Kermit the Frog?
I could. That wasn't Kermit the Frog. That wasn't Kermit the Frog. But I probably could give him a go. Not today, but not today.
Not today, Satan. Not today.
I've never really watched Sesame Street or whatever he's on, so I have to. I could learn it. I could probably learn the voice. Yeah, I could do.
Yeah, you're not too far from it, I guess.
Thank you. It's just my look. I don't know. It's just a voice of a guy. I saw a guy do a voice on the same voice on TV. I started copying it, so I'm good at that. I've got a different voice box. I can't sing, but I can do voices. You either have one or the other. So it's just I sound like chalk on a whiteboard or on a wall. So I won't be singing. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no, I won't be singing.
And do voice, but I'm not too bad at singing. Probably.
I reckon you're better than me. So I'll just say that. And. We talked about live shows and favourite albums and everything. Was there anything else you want to mention? Like any other experiences with the band you've had? Like,
I guess I just want to say, like, each show was different in a good way, and I met so many people, fun people, and friends. They're still friends right now. Like, each show I went. You do a little connection with new people. You kept like contact with them. And I think it's the part of it that is so cool too. It's not just going to see your favorite band or see live music or show. It's just the entire experience you can live out of it. And I don't know, I
think you make a fair point. Yeah, you gambled and it paid off, as we would say. So. Excellent. Sounds pretty cool. Yeah, do you want to talk about any other people you met at the show as well? You mentioned Amy, you mentioned Steve. Was there anyone else there?
I don't know if everybody wants like their name called out because I didn't ask before. But yeah, I met like another friend that it lives in San Francisco. He's on the Discord too. I probably can say his user is code24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mysterious.
Is we were together with Steve in San Francisco with him, and still friends with him. Still talking sometimes, music and all. Super friendly. There's also Hallie, who is in the Discord too, that we kept in touch. So yeah, each place that I've done, I met someone new. I met Dria too, that is on the Discord. Super fun, super friendly. Obviously, we all love the same band, so that helped making connection.
Yeah, so
But
quite a few people then actually. Yeah, you sort of made a few connections. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, you mentioned Drea. Did you say was that?
Yeah, Dria. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yes. Is she not French Canadian or?
Yeah, she is.
I thought I remembered one more person there. There we go. Brain
Yeah.
isn't completely fried. No, awesome. No,
And
that's cool.
what else I can say? Yeah, I was just saying like that. Each show was an experience, and it's not just about like see your favorite band or see your favorite music. It's just the all experience that you have to travel, see new people, see new things, and like it's the big thing out of it, I guess.
Excellent. No, I just thought I'd just give you an opportunity to talk about those things. No, that's cool. Talk about anyone else that meant something to you. Oh, that's cool. Must be nice to.
Yeah.
And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, everyone's so nice in the Discord, so you got that referendum.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. So we talk about connections, we talk about tattoos in Wisconsin. I want to ask you something which is. I could have asked this to a couple of other people, but not everyone. What's it like being an international fan? So not from America, because so many. I don't know if you've noticed. There's a lot of Yanks, a lot of Americans around. Not everyone, but most of them. Let's be honest. Most of them are American. In the Reddit, in the Discord, if the tours are mainly US based at the moment. They did one show in New Zealand, Australia last year. That Dylan, who's from New Zealand, actually went to travel over to. So we're covering all the bases.
Yeah, that's true.
If there's a show, there's someone in the community who's been like the hardcore one that's attended. So yeah, what's it like being an international fan of a country where they don't always tour? And is it your first language?
Yeah, well, obviously, I wish that maybe they come in Canada more. But at the same time, it's just allowing myself to. I'm just allowing myself like to go. I need to travel to see them, and that's the cool thing about it too. Like I said, it's like having the opportunity to visit a new place each time. But yeah, I wish not too far from now they're gonna be able to come in Canada again. But I think they're gonna be there. But I think it's gonna be. It was announced that they'll be there in September in New Brunswick, Canada. So I have a chance to see them in my country.
There you go. Less flying to do. That sounds great.
Excellent. Yeah, I'll go by car.
Oh, okay. You drive it. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, a bit shorter. Nice. The language side of it, because obviously my first language is English. Alaska is a place where they speak English and mainly English. That's the first language in that state. So what is it like following a band that speaks another? Because I mean, there are some other bands I like where they, chuck in some French and some Spanish from time to time, but the native language is English. So what's that like then?
Well, I guess it gave me the opportunity to practice some more with all my fellow American friends that I met each time I was traveling and improve my English. I don't know. How am I so far with English? Not that bad.
I'd say you're pretty good. There's been a few things so far where you've said like top to bottom, but I think you said from like what did you say earlier, from like top to bottom or something? But I think you like.
I think I said that they play evil friends in the in top to bottom at Wisconsin.
It was like there's two ways of saying top to bottom, like front to back, top to bottom, and I think you said front to bottom, which it makes sense to me. Obviously, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, they're the same thing. Don't worry, that's fine. That was it. But that's something you learn when you're in the country. Really, like you can't. I can't open up a French textbook and like the slang, like the French Canadians. It's not going to be in there, is it? It's going to be very like, this is this word, you is this word, hello is this word, goodbye. It's not going to be like, oh, you might say this instead to like greet someone. So, yeah, I think you're fine. It's very, very good. It's I'm understanding it fine. So.
Yeah. Well, I remember. Yes, I remember when I was in Wisconsin speaking with a lot of people, including the band, but other musicians that were on the show. There was always, where are you from? What's that accent? It's like, oh, I'm from like Montreal, and start the conversation around, oh, I know some French, and je m'appelle, I don't know, Dylan or something like that. I'm like, oh, that's good. What can you say else? And they're like, that's it. Je m'appelle, je m'appelle Steve, or whatever. Hi, bonjour, and that's it.
Yeah, I think je m'appelle is just such an out there word that people just know that it means my name is. It's just stuck in there.
But it's kind of funny because it's just a great conversation starter, I guess. Being like French, so introducing yourself to people, like it's a great way to introducing yourself, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Because you speak both languages. Do you speak any other languages, or is it just English and French? Which is enough. It's more than enough.
No, just English and French. I wish I could do more Spanish because it's pretty similar to French. But I needed practice, and it's something to learn under language, I guess.
Yeah, you're obviously a little bit further away from Mexico and places where they do speak it a little bit more commonly. A lot of English people go to Spain on holiday, so I did while I was learning at school, and I have the accent, as you know, and I could do the accent, and I can pick out certain words, and if you said to me a sentence, I'd be able to pick out a few words from it, but the actual like speaking of, you just need a lot more practice. Duolingo, very good for that thing. Duolingo, recommend it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, maybe I should start doing that.
Do one thing at a time, though. You want to learn English, don't overcomplicate it with Spanish as well.
But I think also it gave me a little bit more confidence, because if you go back like a year ago, I wouldn't have the confidence to like do this podcast entirely in English and just speaking to you in English. So
you're doing fine.
Just that I'm doing that it's good.
Okay, no, that's just good. I just thought I'd get your view on like traveling and not speaking the language as an international fan, because I think most of the people I've had on here, I've had one Brit, one other English person, well, two technically, one New Zealander, thank you Dylan, and then everyone else is from America or Canada, to be honest. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I know Jackson's from Canada, right?
Jackson, yes, he is from Canada. I was just thinking that, actually. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I can't remember where, though. I'm really bad with places. There's Toronto, Montreal, New Brunswick.
No, usually
he's from Saskatchewan. He's out there. That's right. God, I don't know where that. My brain just worked. Wow, it shouldn't do.
Yeah, I met him too at Red Rock. I met Jackson at Red Rock. I remember that.
He's quite tall, isn't he?
I'm quite tall too, actually. So for me, maybe he's not that tall. Maybe we're just like same height.
Similar height. Yeah, no, fair enough. I found out that John was 5'7", 5'8", not long ago, like a year ago. Because I've not seen him in person, and I was like, oh, I always thought he was a little bit taller. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
really
I think I was a bit taller than John, actually.
Poor John. Eric, on the other hand, though.
Poor John. Yeah.
Eric, though, is 6'3", but obviously he sits in the chair in his disability chair, so he's sort of to waist, really. Unfortunately, now you can't really tell, but he's quite a tall chap.
Yeah, I just learned that from another podcast that he did on Instagram. I don't remember the podcast that he did, but he did a podcast not so long ago. I can't remember the name.
Which would be a good transition. Eric has recently done a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was one of the topics we wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah, true. That's
I just loosely. My recommendation is it's an hour long. Go listen to it. So the chap he has, Eric is talking about essentially his life before he had an accident. If you don't know already, he was at a garden party essentially and fell down. I think it was 12 foot or something, if I'm remembering correctly.
I think it's that. It wasn't like that high, but he went down directly on his back, I guess, and that's how it started. That's the story of it.
Yeah, essentially that's how it. I don't remember. I didn't think it broke, but he was paralysed. I can't remember. I can't remember the correct terminology, but essentially now wheelbarrow-bound from the age of 20. I think it was 25 when that happened. So
no, I didn't heard what you said. So
apologies, everyone. I just started coughing on air. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Sorry.
I'm coughing too a little bit because I was sick last week, so I'm just my voice is better now that it was.
Yeah, you don't sound ill or unwell or croaky like I do.
Yeah.
No,
I was, but now I'm good.
Good. Yeah. Oh, yes, you did. That's right. You did tell me. Yeah. Can we put this back a little bit?
Yeah.
No, well remembered. Sorry. I'm all over the place. Go back to the podcast. So yeah, essentially it's a story of that. Eric has some good stories about being disabled and the effects of that. Maybe not good stories. That's probably not the right term for it, but some interesting tales of how we can get to venues and stuff because.
Yeah, that he didn't miss a show, never from him being disabled or in a wheelchair. They always find a way to make it work. And that is pretty cool.
Yeah, and the fact that he's very gung-ho happy to be hey, let's try it, let's get it to work, and that's very admirable because there's probably a lot of venues where there are stairs. I'm trying to think about the last couple I've been to. There are stairs, not too much, but there's a few to go up or down, and to kind of increase the space of the venue that they can use. Because higher ceilings, maybe a little bit better. And that's just a no-no for him. Obviously, right off the bat, he can't use them. And obviously, the backstage side of it, they need to consider that as well. Because getting up at the stage is higher than, this is the floor. Yeah. So you've got that obstacle to think about. And I work in construction, so thinking about disability ramps and things of this nature, we do consider them for certain house types and bits and pieces, but across the board, not really. It's not a general. There'll be a certain type of house type. Yeah, there'll be a bungalow, which is a one-floor house, no stairs. And that'll be earmarked for someone who's older, retired or in a wheelchair or an accessible situation. But how these big venues, even a big 5,000 seater room or person room, they might not even have anything. They'll expect all the band to be able-bodied, I suppose.
Yeah, they don't think about those stuff, right?
No. I mean, it's so uncommon that why would you?
Well, yeah, that's true. But they think of it like more of spectator point of view, like someone who's going to the show, but they don't always think about the artist who's going to be on the stage is going to be perhaps maybe disabled or anything, you know. So
No,
they don't like have any thinking of that, and yeah.
Yeah, I don't. It's difficult because a lot of these venues are older, and they probably didn't think about these things in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s, whenever they were built. At a time where people weren't in, wheelchairs or had sort of things like that of that nature, so they weren't to be considered. But hopefully he's breaking ground, and he's making a few places think, oh, okay, maybe we'll, a few less stairs. Hopefully, a few less stairs, maybe a lift max would be a little bit more beneficial for him. So he's going to talk about that and a few of his experiences. Also, something that we didn't know about, that I didn't know about. Maybe I've heard about it and I forgot. Apologies. What's going on? That Eric is actually 4 years sober. He used to be quite a fan of liquor, apparently, and I did not know this. I mean, I knew the band liked to party. I know they like to party. I don't know about you, but
yeah, but I didn't know that.
Which is I think it's highly commendable, to be honest, to be 4 years sober. That's very impressive as someone else. I like a drink. I don't know about you, Marie. I mean, I don't know what you like to drink, but I like a drink. But every social occasions, I'm not like, it's a Tuesday.
I'm not drinking a lot too. No, just like in parties sometimes. Like, I'm not going a lot of parties, but dinner with friends or something like that. But I'm not a big drinker. I'll have like a beer or two at shows for sure. But other than that, I'm just pretty like easygoing, quiet.
To loosen you up, I normally do that to like relax me a little bit. Yeah, I don't really. I'm not doing it for flavour too much of the time.
But no, I didn't know that he was 40 sober. I didn't know he was like struggling with alcohol. Actually.
Yeah, and the whole wanting to be sober and teetotal comes from their experiences of just, they'll play a couple of shows and then they'll have a little party afterwards, and everyone's having a drink, and it's like the day that Eric injured himself, he was at a garden party, probably drinking, probably had a little bit too much to drink. I don't know. Like, and probably just
well, good for him. I'm really happy he's doing well.
Yeah, he's doing phenomenal. I think 4 years is really commendable. Yeah. I mean, not saying that I could just click my fingers and do 4 years as well, but I could probably do 6 months, and then I'll probably be like, oh, kind of wouldn't mind a drink. But it's difficult, especially as a social adult. So. But yeah,
do you know anybody else like in your entourage, I guess, that have been struggling with alcohol?
I've got quite an addictive personality, so I kind of swore off alcohol for a long time. So I didn't really start drinking until I'm 28, by the way. So I didn't start drinking properly until I was like 22, 23. So only really 5-6 years now, because I knew I would probably go a little bit too crazy. I'd find something I like, and I'd probably be like, "Oh, glug glug glug, just keep it coming." Because I've had similar issues of addiction, not drugs or anything, but other things.
But
so I thought, that's going to be a problem. Plus, someone I really looked up to when I was younger, he was a comedian from the UK, and he quit drinking at 15 or 16. I can't remember now. Maybe a little bit later, hopefully a little bit later, but he was sober for so long as well, and I just thought, if it can really tear your life apart that bad, is this something I want to be doing? So I just didn't want to start. And then I got to a position in life where I was a little bit more stable, and I thought, you know what, I could probably gamble a little bit on this and be fine and just have a few drinks. I can be in control. I'll only do it when I'm out or social situations. I'm not going to be like, as I mentioned on Tuesday or something. I don't really day drink ever.
Yeah,
really.
well.
Yeah.
Well, good for you.
Yeah. So I do drink, but it's like normally at the weekends, maybe one or two. If I'm out with friends, I normally drive. Oh, sorry. I'm normally driving as well, so one, maybe two is really all you can have realistically before you're over the limit. So, because you can't drink and drive, really, you can have one, maybe two, and after that you kind of want to like flush it with something else, non-alcoholic. So, yeah. Credit to him for 4 years of sobriety. Here's to the next 4.
Well,
yeah, impressive.
I'm quite like this too. Like I'm not drinking a lot. Obviously, like I said, I'm drinking in shows. But yeah, I think I don't like the feeling of not having the control of myself, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I come from as well, of not having that control, because I definitely felt it. Maybe last year, I definitely felt like I could just go over the limit and just go a little bit crazy. I mean, I don't know about you, but there were a few days where I'd like go to a friend's party or something, and I'd have like 7, 8, 9 drinks, and that's a lot more than what I normally have. So, just different kind of person, a little bit more relaxed. Yeah, I
remember when I was in Colorado, in Dylan's show, I took like this 2 beer, and I didn't know that. I don't know if you know, but due to the altitude there, it's like he took like 5 beer or something.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah. So after the show, I was like, "Oh my god, I'm quite like I'm feeling quite drunk, but I just took like 2 beers," and I'm like, and my friend told me like, "Yeah, it's probably because of like the altitude there," and I didn't feel it because I was so into the show and so into the music. I was dancing and jumping, but after when it was done, I was like, oh, I can't drive. I mean, I'm so like, so that's a funny story.
That's a cool story. Nice. Awesome. Going back to Eric and his podcast interview, which I'll leave a link down below. They also talk about their Grammys experience, where they would rock
over
up to the
night,
venue. Yeah, overnight. So essentially, I'll paraphrase some of it because it's a good story to hear. But essentially, they are on the red carpet. Click, 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 click. Oh, take pictures. Of everyone. Eric's there, and a woman comes along, and the woman goes up to him and says, "Oh, are you Portugal the Man?" And John or someone from the band says, "Yeah, of course we are." Okay. Oh, and you're Eric then, I'm guessing. And Eric goes, "Yes. Who are you?" And the woman says, "Well, I'm essentially like the liaison person." So you don't know what that is. Basically, it's someone to like administrate the evening, the finer points, and get things from A to B, essentially. So she's like, "Eric, good. Okay, you're in a wheelchair. We need to be prepared in case you do, maybe, potentially, I can't say, win your award, and you have to be up on stage." Yeah. So Eric was thinking at this time, okay, that's understandable. It's good to be prepared.
Yeah. Did they prepare something? I'm not familiar with the whole story.
So I'll keep going.
Yeah, sorry.
So they go. Click. They take all the pictures on the red carpet or whatever, and the woman comes over and they get a little bit prepared. So I think it's maybe like half an hour before the event starts. He's like, "Oh, okay, we have to go get you to like side stage, or we have to get you in a position where we can get you up onto the stage, because obviously the stage is much higher." This was the Grammys, I believe. I've forgotten which venue it is. Yeah, it was. So there are stairs leading from the top of the stage down to the floor where everyone sits. But obviously, unless there's a ramp there, and even if there is, it might not be the easiest thing for Eric to be able to, he doesn't want to have someone in it. Yeah, he wants to be able to do it on his own. So they've obviously taken him side stage or something, and they're kind of getting him ready. And at the moment the band is like talking to themselves, like, oh, you know, we're kind of back here, you know. It's a good sign, isn't it? Yeah, because I can't remember some of the other acts they were involved with in 2017. For I think it was Despacito, that was another song, and then probably Imagine Dragons. They're always around.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
And
can't remember.
they were
But
looking. Yeah, they were looking around, and they were like, "We're not seeing these other acts around here. It's just us." And the woman comes
yeah,
over again, and I think Eric or someone in the band asks, "Are we winning this, by the way?" And she says, "I can't say, but we need
I
to.
can't
We can't. I can't. I'm
prepare.
not allowed to tell you, but we have to be prepared in case you do win." Which I can't say.
Oh,
I can't say. But we need to have you prepared,
that's kind of,
essentially.
yeah. By that time, they just like probably realizing that they were winning, right?
Well, this after that, Eric goes on to say, we're not seeing anyone else like in this position. Like they're not getting anyone else prepared and ready. So
Yeah.
yeah, like maybe we are winning potentially. But they do a thing like where they like announce the nominees on these kind of like award shows where they'll show them in the crowd. Now I wonder what they did with that because obviously they weren't in the crowd, or maybe they just play a bit of the song or something and show a picture of the music video of John with
Oh, probably,
guitars or
maybe,
something.
yeah.
Probably something like that. Yeah. So they probably did something like that, and they're up and they get to a point where they're on the side stage, so literally like stage left, and they're all looking around at each other, being like, "We definitely haven't won, but we're right here next to the stage, and we're about to go on." So, and the woman was like, "I can't tell you if you've won, but we need to keep you ready." I mean, it was just. Yeah, you should hear Eric's explanation of it a little bit more. But I thought that was a brilliant story of like they were kind of ushered like we need to get you ready, we need to get you ready. We can't tell you you've won, we can't tell you you've won, but we need to get you ready. So get up there. Okay.
That's kind of funny and like, that's a cool story.
It's a class story, isn't it? It's I mean, unless you've won an award there, how else would you know what happens there? I wouldn't know. I just
Yeah.
I try to think of it now. It kind of makes sense, really. Like you have to be able to get up there on the stage, and you know, I think she said something as well about like preparing something to say. So,
Oh,
obviously,
okay.
you might want to have
Well,
something, just in case you need to come on
prepare.
stage and say something. Yeah, if you potentially win. So,
You need a speech, just in case.
well, just in case that they do want to say a few words, we need to make sure that if
Yeah.
you do want to say a few words, that you can come on the stage if you potentially win.
And say,
It's
yeah.
like, okay. So this woman could not actually say that they were going to win. But yeah.
That's a funny story. I didn't hear that story.
It's towards the end, to be fair. It's towards the end of the podcast, so yeah. Yeah, so the podcast, by the way, is a cup of... let me get the name right, actually, everyone. It's the A Cup of Believe podcast. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
And the
Yeah. There you
tagline
go.
is, I'll tell you later. Right now, it's just overwhelming.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Because I didn't fully listen to the podcast. I just started it. And I don't know, maybe something came up. I can't like finish it, but I will finish it.
Yeah, no, they're long, to be fair. I mean, we've been talking for about an hour and 20 minutes so far, and it's flown by, hasn't it? You wouldn't think of it, but yeah.
But it's so interesting, and you're so fun, and you're so nice. So.
Oh, you're very, very kind. Honestly, I do this just for the love of like. It's always cool to talk to someone and say, "What's your favorite song? How did you discover the band?" and all these other things.
Yeah,
and...
funny story, and like hearing people talking about your favorite band, like connecting to people, I guess.
Yeah. So I just
you're doing a great job.
thank you. I could be doing a lot better as well. So I've got plans as well this year. So because
Yeah.
I'm trying to make an effort of making it more professional. And you never know. We might have some new releases to talk about later down the year. So I thought it'd be good to be ready just in case that does happen.
Just in case, we're gonna be prepared, right?
I can't tell you if there'll be a new release this year or not, but we need to make sure you're ready, Mark. It's the woman at the Grammys again, all over again. That's what's happening. It's incredible.
Just in case you need to, step up your game and be prepared. Be prepared. I can say that in English. Be prepared.
Be prepared. That makes sense. Yeah. But yes, go listen to the podcast with Eric. It's very good. It's also not that long as well. Plus, there's some good little nuggets of information that I don't think he shared elsewhere, like the Grammy story, which I also ruined a little bit. So sorry about that.
And I think he's speaking a bit about him moving from Alaska to was it Seattle? Maybe. I can't remember, but
he does live in Seattle. Yes, you're well remembered.
Yeah. So quite an interesting feedback and story.
Yeah, it was really it was a good little story as well. Plus, I don't know what it's like to live in Alaska, like a town of 10,000 people. Like that's I've gone from a town of like 100 and something thousand to another one with 100 and something thousand. So what do I know? Anyway. Towns and areas. If there's nothing else really to mention, go listen. I'll put a link in below, everyone. All right. I actually thought I'd leave this part to the end, kind of closer to the end, Maria. I kind of you mentioned it previously a little bit earlier, but Chris Black. We actually didn't talk about it too much in detail, but kind of every fan I've had on past the release, I've asked what they've thought about the album, and I'll probably have to stop soon because it's almost been 2 years. But what was your... Obviously you weren't, you discovered the band because of Chris Black Changed My Life, but what's kind of your feeling of it? How much do you love it? What do you like about it? What was hearing it for the first time like? When did you hear it? Tell me about your experience with it.
I remember when I started acknowledge the music of the band and everything. It took me a while for me to listen it in is entirely. Not how do you say it, like top to bottom, as I was saying earlier.
Top to bottom, correct. Nice. Yeah. That's it.
But I was listening a couple of songs here and there from the album, and I liked it a lot. But when I listened it from Heavy Game to Anxiety Clarity, I was like, whoa, this is the transition of it. And it's a short album too. I remember the first time I listened it entirely, I was like, oh, is it almost finished? Like it's like 35 minutes, I think. But somehow it makes sense when you put it all together. And I remember thinking that I've never heard anything like this before because it was so good. And props to Zoe's voice in the album. I think her voice is just so beautiful, and this album, I think it's doing justice to his voice. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it's one of the highlights for me.
Yeah, so you mentioned firstly about the transitions between every song between Heavy Games Part 2 and Anxiety Clarity, and that is a big thing I really like about the album as well, with how every song interlinks to the next one in a little way, some more than others, and there's an overall theme of Chris Black, and throughout the album, Chris Black, talking about Chris Black, his memories, you'll hear little little faded pieces of talking, and that'd be Chris Black. Maybe like him ordering something or shouting something across the room, or little memories of Chris Black. And that's something you don't hear. Really.
I didn't knew the old story about their friends and why the album was calling that, because I'm pretty new fans. So when I was like, I'm gonna check that up. What's the tea with Chris Black changed my life. And after that, I think the album makes much sense than before. And I acknowledge the fact that with Francis, I didn't know their daughter was sick too. So around that time, I was just discovering the band and the story behind that. So I discovered about Francis, and Francis changed my life. Chris Black changed my life. So it makes much more sense after. I don't know, you know the history of it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't, before the album came out, I didn't know anything about the illness, really. I knew they had a daughter, I knew her name was Frances, and that was about it, really. I knew she was quite young. She was, she was born in like 2012, 2013. It was around that time, because in the song Hip Hop Kids, John references buying a coat in Paris for his baby daughter. So that's why Evil Friends is the first album that you literally have the proof there. So yeah, yeah, sorry, I forgot what your question was. Sorry, could you repeat that? What was you asked me a question then? Sorry, I went off on a tangent.
What was my question? Well, I was just saying that after hearing the story behind Chris Black changed my life and Francis changed my life, the album just make much more sense.
Yeah,
it was already like good, and the transition was amazing and all. But when you knew the story and you listen it back again, I don't know. It just there's some stuff they're saying you can relate to in your own life too. So,
I mean, I can't relate to losing someone like Chris Black, really. I'm not really to that level of detriment that John and everyone had so favourably. I've lost family, like older family members, obviously, but I've not had like a parent yet go, or like a good friend or anything like that. That's really hurt to that probably level. And sadly, I might have to deal with that one day, but for now, no. So I don't know what it's like fully. I can't imagine it's nice. It's probably horrible.
No,
obviously not. And then the whole Chris Black and Francis changed my life references, and the titling. Yeah, I think it works really well. There's some good symbolism there between first Francis and then Chris, and then obviously, and they had a whole campaign about who's changed your life as well, and that was a big part of it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, that's more of what I was thinking when I say you can relate to that, because there is always some I don't know about you, but there's always someone in your life that changed something for you. Like, I don't know, my friend changed my life, or my dad changed my life. And you have always someone that you said, oh, this person is pretty special to me,
Yeah, no, I see where you're going
from. It just put things into perspective, I guess.
Yeah. You've got to really, yeah. But yeah, in terms of like, we talk about the transitions and the memories of Chris Black throughout. I don't know if that makes sense to you, what I was saying there, but the hearing him throughout the album as well is poetic.
Yeah.
What do you think about the songs and the less about the structure, but what you like, which ones you like, and what you like about
them? At first, I'd say I really like Summer of Love. Heavy Games was there too. It took me a while, but at first I didn't like too much Doubt and Champ. I don't know why. But now, the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, okay, this is really good. But yeah, overall, all the songs were pretty amazing. And Dummy was quite something. I didn't like hear something like that before. Like the tempo of it, I don't know, it was, I know there's some people that didn't like it at first, but I'm the other way around. I liked it a lot, actually, at first.
I quite like that as well at first. No, I get it. It's a little bit more poppy. Not to overjump what you're saying, but it's probably a little bit more mainstream, I suppose. And I think I've heard a few comments of like, oh, this is their Feel It Still attempt too. And I was like, well...
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say, actually. But I don't know. It's the more you listen to it, the more you like it, I guess.
With Feel It Still comparisons to I remember John said, and this is going to be really difficult to explain to someone, but like who English isn't their first language, but he said a while back that he doesn't want to be known for like one genre, so like one like a rock or punk or electronic. He doesn't want to be known as just one. He wants to be able to do anything, and that's the genre he wants.
I think it's succeeding at that. Is succeed? How do you say that?
Succeeded.
Like succeeded, yeah, at that, because it's pop, it's rock, it's everything, right? It's a mix of genre. How do you say it? Genre?
This is a French word, isn't it? Genre.
Genre. Well, yeah, it's French, but yeah, you can say it like French Canadians sometimes just we don't speak French.
Neither do I.
Yes.
Neither do I, so don't worry.
But yeah, I think you're right. It's pop, it's rock, it's everything. So he's achieving what he want to do with his music, I guess, and always exploring new ways to do music each time.
Yeah. And you mentioned already you liked Plastic Island quite a bit as well. Another one with a really good track of it. Really solid track of the Dummy, and I really like Grim Generation as well.
I like the transition between Green Generation and Thunderdome. Thunderdome? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I was thinking the Heavy Games to Grim Generation transition.
Yeah, true. Well, the three of the songs are back to back, and all the transition are really good.
Yes, they really work. They really flow very nicely at the beginning.
Yeah.
And some of the first Chris Black material we got was of John playing hockey, part of the Grim Generation music video, which starts open.
True.
That's one of the first things we saw of it. Even before Heavy Games as well, which, it's weird. It's interesting looking back. I want to ask you what you think of the Dummy music video.
Oh, I liked it a lot. Actually, I like Tankdog a lot. So
We've not seen much of Tankdog, have we? I know he's in prison, but
at first, when I discovered Portugal the Man, I saw this character and I was like, "What's that? What's Tankdog?" And I don't know. Now I relate to him. I guess I like to draw him a lot.
I completely forgot to ask about your drawing today as well. We'll finish
you saw those?
Well, I for anyone who doesn't know, Marie actually fancies herself as a bit of an artist as well, and does quite a bit of drawing. Shows off a lot of pictures. They look pretty good. She loves a bit of Tankdog as well, which, yes, is a cylinder face dog tank thing, which came from someone. It came from the "Don't be a chode" thing. I can't. Racism is for chodes. It came from that shirt back in the day, and it's evolved into Tankdog. But yeah, you do quite a bit of drawing actually. Is that just like a little hobby for you, or?
Yeah. Well, I study like a little bit of art at school. I'm a designer actually, so I did like art classes and art history and all. So I'm not considering myself an artist because I don't know. I'm pretty hard on myself, I guess. But yeah, I've been drawing a lot for a couple of years. I stopped, and now I'm just getting back at it, I guess. And I don't know. I started drawing Tankdog after the show in Wisconsin because I don't know. I felt inspired, I guess, by him, and it's quite fun to draw. So.
Yes, he's a funny little cheeky chap. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, music video is quite funny. It make me laugh. Just following him around, just like being his little self, and how do you say it in English? Being like, I don't know the word.
Bombastic. I'd say
I don't know. What's bombastic mean?
Bombastic. Over the top.
Over the top. Yeah, you can say it like that. Yeah. I was gonna say a little bit irrelevant. Not irrelevant, it's not the word I'm searching.
I'm trying to think what you mean.
Like rude. I don't know if it's rude, but he's quite like Bart Simpson, I guess.
I I know what you mean now. Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's hard to explain. I'm searching for my
Yeah.
words, but do you see it now?
I know what you mean now. Yes, when you said the bot. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of what the
But
word is.
yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna think of it and write it to you after the podcast,
Thank
I
you.
guess.
Yeah. I'm curious now.
But uh, but yeah, funny video.
What do you make of the lyric video as well? Have you seen that one?
The what?
So like a lyric video they made one for so it's the song lyrics are on the screen or on the YouTube video at the bottom.
Oh, I don't think I've seen that one.
It's a different video. It's the same idea,
Oh.
but it's a bit different. John's in it more.
Oh, what? Oh, I'm gonna check that out.
He is Tankdog. It's him. He's also eating
Oh,
dog
yeah?
food as well.
What? Okay, now I'm curious. I'm gonna check that out.
I'm gonna send
I
you.
haven't
I'm gonna
seen
send
that.
it right now. Then you've never seen it. Okay, give me one sec.
No. That's the thing about being a pretty new fan, I guess. You're learning every day new things about the band videos, I guess.
The dummy.
Yeah, I'll check
so
that
the
out.
dummy lyric video. Yeah, it's Yeah, it's a little bit more. It's a little odd. It's a little bit of fun as well. So you get a little bit more backstory. There you go. Give you something fun.
Wow.
Check out afterwards.
Thanks.
No worries. It's I like it because we didn't get too many different videos, but that one was yeah, it's different, pretty cool. So I like it.
I'm gonna look that up for sure.
Awesome. Do you have any other thoughts about Chris Black? Changed my life. Anything else you wanted to mention? Any other songs? Obviously, you're quite a new fan, so this is your coming of discovery.
Mhm.
So we already talked a bit about it already, a little bit. But is there anything else you wanted to mention about it?
I think we have covered a bit of my thoughts on that, but yeah, just curious about what they're gonna do next after this one, you know?
Yes, the next album. Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
I don't know when it will be. I'm not impatient. Hopefully, it's not 6 years between Woodstock and Chris Black. That would be nice for this podcast as well. Gives me something to talk about.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm talking about Instagram posts for the next couple of years. Might be tough. Might be tough.
I think from what I'm seeing on Instagram, they're posting some stuff that lead to the fact that they're working on it right now, right? So hopefully not too long ago now.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Because I don't know what it is to wait 6 years between Woodstock and...
Yeah, it was June to June as well, 2017 to 2023. So it was literally 6 years.
Yeah, so I don't know what it is from a fan perspective to wait that long.
I called it the Great
album.
Depression. I called it the Great Depression. Yeah, it was the long wait, the Great Depression.
Yeah.
Evil Friends to Woodstock was a long wait as well. That 4 years, because there was an album called Doomin' and Gloomin' that sort of turned into a bit of Woodstock, but not really. It was a couple of songs off it. John hates talking about it. I love mentioning it because it's it never really happened. I think, you know, the song off Woodstock, Mr. Lonely, it was a few more kind of in that tone, so kind of tracks like that, a little bit not sad but melancholy. Yeah. So maybe Plastic Eye, was a little bit more. Could have been a part of that. Maybe that was an idea of it, but all those songs have been kind of reused in different places and chopped up in bits and pieces. They always use what they're working on. John's always writing as well, so yeah.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Doomin' and Gloomin', there you go. I don't know what year it was supposed to come out, but 2015, 2016, around that time. And then it turned into Woodstock, so yeah, there you go. We know about the Woodstock story anyway, so yeah. Awesome. If there's nothing else to talk about with Chris Black, yeah, are you satisfied?
I think I'm good. I think we covered all my thoughts on that.
Awesome. But I've got one more thing I've got in mind, but before we kind of get to that, I just wanted to ask if about you and any other like bands or songs you recommend. Actually, I'm always looking for recommendations. The people out there as well might also want them. So, are there any other groups that you really are enjoy that you love a lot that you want to shout out? Tell me about.
Well, lately I was listening a lot of Foster the People because I just went to their show. It was last week here in Montreal. It was really, really good. And right now I'm into Franz Ferdinand because I'm going to their show. So listening to that pretty much now. And I don't know if you know this band. Nobody knows this band.
Can I guess?
Actually.
Because you've said two bands that start with an F. So do they also start with F?
Yeah. It's Foxy Shazam.
Oh, it was as well. Okay. That's good. Oh, wow.
It's a great band.
Oh,
it's a great band. Funny story. Nobody knows this band. People asking me like, do you know a band that you like? What was the band that you like? And there's Portugal the Man for sure. They don't know Portugal the Man. And I'm saying Foxy Shazam too, and they don't know Foxy Shazam. But I got to talk to John about this band in Wisconsin. And funny story, they used to tour with them back in the days.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I didn't know that. And John was like, "Oh yeah, I know Foxy Shazam. We used to tour with them." I'm like, "Oh wow, didn't know that." Great man, great frontman. Frontman is Eric Nally, the lead singer. Such a great singer, high pitched voice. They rock. They rock on. They put on a great show live too. Never got a chance to see them live, but I hope I will soon. They're touring right now in US, but not in Canada. So,
Very nice.
Great discovery. Check them out. They're really, really great.
Excellent. I mean, I've heard of Franz Ferdinand. I mean, he's English, isn't he? So I should know about him. I'm pretty sure anyway.
Oh yeah, but Foxy too. They're really great.
I also know Foster the People as well. I quite like them as well. I've been listening to Supermodel, their second album recently, quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I've been really feeling that album recently because Mark, also called Mark, the lead singer, he wrote that when he was about 28, 29, when life was starting to feel a bit different for him, and he's going through all these things, and asking a lot of questions, being very introspective, and it's really hitting at the moment. Maria, Marie, I called you Maria. Sorry, Marie.
It's okay.
Marie. Wrong name. Yeah. So recommend them as well, obviously.
Yeah. And what else? I like this. It's Quebec band. It's from here. It's called Galaxy.
Okay.
You should listen to that. I'm sure it's maybe your vibe because great guitar, great vibing. It's pretty rock. It's so good. You have to check them out.
Okay, all right. I'll make a note of them. Actually, there we go.
They're singing in French too. So, but
I don't mind
it's much like it's pretty much Quebec accent. So French Quebecer accent.
Oh, okay. Oh, I might have to check that out.
But
there is a French.
Yeah, the music's so good.
There is one French artist that I do like a lot, but they don't do anything anymore, so that's a shame.
Oh yeah, what is it?
They're called Daft Punk. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
Daft Punk?
Yes, you said French artist.
Yeah,
I was like, they're French. They're technically French, so.
Yeah, I know Daft Punk.
Yes, they are. I like them a lot, but it's.
But I think you're gonna love the Galaxy then.
Okay, all right. Okay. I'm intrigued now. I'm intrigued to see what they're about. Thank you. Do you have any questions for me as well as we're coming to the close of this podcast?
I don't know. When are you coming in Canada?
I've been asked about going stateside a couple of times.
Oh yeah.
I've got a few things to sort out first,
Yeah.
and then I'm sure I'll be at a Portugal the Man show. But so many people said they're going to come to England when they're playing over here. But do I really need to go over there? I don't know. It seems. Seems to be
now you have a friend in Montreal, and now I have a good friend in England. So
yes,
you have a place to stay.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Yes, yeah, because the flights are quite pricey and very long. I think it's 8 hours from me to New York, so that is basically half a day of traveling, which
that's commitment.
It's also a lot of money, so
that's true. Obviously,
but I also do want to do things as well with life. So what's the point of living if you can't have a bit of fun? So it's on the cards, definitely. Just maybe not straight away.
Yeah, and money is gonna come back. So.
Yes, you're very right. You always get paid more. So yes.
Hopefully,
Also, yes. All right. Excellent. We've basically been through all but one of the topics, and I think we had a really nice chat. Thank you, Marie.
Yeah.
You also go by Practical Heart, and I wanted to ask where that name comes from. Quickly.
Do you want like the real answer?
Because the real answer is
I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough.
I think I was just like searching for a username at first on Reddit, and I think this one is like a generic one that came up, and I was like, that's cool. I'm gonna keep that. That's a boring answer, but yeah, that's where it came from.
Wow. Okay. Fair enough. I don't mind the boring answer. It makes no. Fair enough.
But that's the truth. That's the truth.
I wonder. Yeah. I mean, Portugal the Man is a silly name when you think about it. Really, like what is that really? I know the reasons why, but the whole bigger than Jesus thing. Okay. I'm sure their marketers have loved them for years, trying to market that. Anyway, as Portugal the Fans, here we go. Again, thank you, Marie, for coming on.
Sure.
To your short notice, lovely talking to you. If you have anything you want to plug or anything you want to talk about, we could do that. But before we do,
You know what?
I'll let you plug away first, and then I'll continue. Go ahead.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just posting some art on the Discord or on the Reddit. So if people have time to check that, that'd be cool. But other than that, maybe I'm working on something right now, and you guys gonna know soon enough about it. It's mysterious, I know, but I'm not gonna say more than that for now.
You're painting Zach as a fish, aren't you? Yes. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just getting to
exactly.
I don't know. Yes, as a fish. It's a fish who's like fishing for Zach. So fish as a human as a Zach. Yeah, it's very out there. Anyway, awesome. All right. Well, that is everything that I wanted to talk about. But you're not quite out of the woods yet. I've got one more thing at the end of the episode that everyone hates, but I love doing it because it drops people in it. How are you feeling about... We've got the PTM Song Quiz game. 10 questions, yes or no. One song from their entire discography.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. I've got a song written down, all ready to go. I've got my notepad over here to my right, so I'm not cheating. 10 questions. I'll give you a tip. A good question to ask is, have we mentioned it today? It's a good little, if you wanted to mention that one. Try and narrow down by whatever you think would help narrow it down, and all yours. I'll let you
All right.
fire away with question 1.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna start with this one. Have we mentioned the song today in the podcast?
We have not, actually. We have not mentioned this song in particular.
Oh, okay. Have we mentioned the album? That's the song.
Okay, I like that question. No one's asked that. We have mentioned that album, yes, actually today. That's a good question. I like that. I might start telling people to ask that. Very good.
Okay, so we are not talking in the song in particular, but we have mentioned the album that the song is on. Okay.
I'm not going to count that as a question, but yes, that's still 2. Don't worry.
Yeah, that was just me like speaking to myself, actually. Okay. Is the cover of the album have a lot of colors on it?
I mean, all of their albums have more than one color.
Yeah, but is it like super bright?
I'm gonna say not super bright, if you know what I mean. It's more. Yeah, I'd probably lean no if I had to. Yeah, if I had to suggest something in between them.
Okay. Is it Mountain and Cloud?
It is in the mountain and the cloud, though. Yes, it is. It is off in the mountain and the cloud. So that's question 3 and 4.
Okay, so the song we're looking for is on that album.
And
okay,
it's one of the ones that we haven't mentioned today. So, what ones have we?
There's so many.
We mentioned a couple. There are a few. We have mentioned a couple today.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I'm gonna try to narrow this down, I guess. I know we mentioned So American on that album and Senseless. But there's a lot of songs on that album. Oh, we mentioned Sleep Forever too, so it's not that one.
Is everything we mentioned? Really well here, actually. You narrowed it down to the album after 4 questions. That's impressive.
Yeah, I'm so good, right? But I'm not sure which question I should ask now, because yeah, I have the songs in front of me right now, but there's what? Oh no, you can't.
I can't stop you. You got it. You can bring it up. Yeah. Oh no. No, it's
okay. Is the sun mentioned on the songs?
Could you repeat the question? Sorry.
Is the sun mentioned in the song?
In
the word sun.
Yeah. Ooh. I'm gonna have to do a lyric check, which might actually give away which one it is. To be honest. Okay,
not on the lyric, but on the title, I guess.
Oh, in the title. Oh, no, then no.
No.
In the title, no.
Okay. Is the song we're looking for mention light?
Does it mention light? Yes.
For real? Okay, so is it All Your Light?
And in 7 questions, you have correctly guessed the song. That is very impressive. All Your Light, Times Like These from 2011.
So good.
Has a music video, 4 minutes, 26 seconds. Well done. That is impressive.
Nice.
You sort of
so good for the new fan, right?
You didn't even know about this one. There you go. That is impressive. That's 7 questions. I know the song. Is very good. Very good.
Yay! Good for me. But yes. All Your Light is a good song.
Yes, it's a fabulous little song, In the Mountain of the Cloud.
It's pretty good live too. I have to say it's a pretty good song live.
Pretty good live, yeah. Yeah, nice one off live. Excellent, good job, Marie.
Thank you for your time,
yeah.
Mark.
Yeah, no worries. And again, thank you for listening so far. If you have this far, we've got a new intro, as I mentioned, and I'm going to play around with some of the visual sides of the YouTube side of the podcast as well, so it looks a little bit more professional. But yeah, I actually, just looking back at the one I did with Steve, it got quite a bit more traction on YouTube and people talking about it and like reactions and things. It was nice. It was nice to be back, and especially on audio versions as well, which you don't really see the viewership as much, like as just a viewer, but I do obviously on the inside, and it was nice. It was good to get some good feedback, and I want to build on that momentum. So
nice. Yeah, you're doing good.
Thank you. I just have to get. I want to do one a month. One a month is a nice. I think that's that's a good cadence.
Great, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I need to do more than that really, unless there's like big news, but like an album build up. Like if Chris Black was coming out, I did like one every 3 weeks or 2 weeks. For a couple of weeks leading up, just to ramp up to it a bit better. Thank you for listening, everyone. Have a lovely day. Thank you for listening. Remember to like, do the stuff, do the sharing, do the stuff. Lovely. Cheers, guys.
Do the stuff. Yeah, guys, do the stuff.
Do the stuff. Cheers, guys. Bye.